Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the UAB Blazers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Bruce Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Blazers will get us started with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Alabama's offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Gets away from one. He's got space. Open runway ahead. Quarterback gets the first down. Inside the 10. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
Man, you want to make a statement early in a game. Your first offensive possession, you go 75 yards for the touchdown. Their opponent right now is literally in shock and awe. They're in disbelief. They don't even know what hit them.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Blazers offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. A first down for the offense. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Makes the grab over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The Blazers have this offense rolling. He'll come out throwing on first down. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's right on target. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He's got it, and they convert. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage trying to throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Trying to pound it in. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
He'll run it again. Oh, what a move to get room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head.
And they get the sack right out of the gate.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Kamara. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Quick handoff. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Blazers with the 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Quarterback checking off. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Floats it out in space. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And that ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Back to throw, it's Kamara. They're bringing heat, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
And those are so frustrating. You're defense, and you swarm to the football, and you stick the quarterback, and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They'll run it from the gun. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback.
The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible play and a big loss. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to pass. It's Kamara. Getting some heat. He finds his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, I should have ran a better route.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Across the 25, he's got room. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Blazers have pushed it inside the 20. From the red zone, looking for a space. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. 2nd down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's complete to the right. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Oh, he missed it. No good. And here in the 2nd quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham. And you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. First drive of the 2nd half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the 2nd half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to...
He tosses one high man deep down the left side. Oh, he gets downfield for the big catch. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. 1st and 10 from the 24. This time they'll go to the running game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quick strike complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Third and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by 10 to Penn State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The lone back's got it. Got room at the 35. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that one.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yard situations.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And a great job by the linebacker. You could tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll give it to the back. Little bit of running room as he picks up 4 and gets it out to the 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Running back goes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the catch on the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
On second down, he'll fire. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the finish.
They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UAB. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Dropping back, it's Kamara. Fakes the grab on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Zings it complete to the right. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Got the quick pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Trying to find his man on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Banks. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Just inside the 35, first and 10 from the 34. Scanning the field, it's Kamara. Throws toward the end zone. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, looking to throw. He's taking the shot and is knocked away and incomplete. Staying in phase and batting it away. Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. He's going to throw deep right side. Snags it inside the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UAB. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to go up top on first down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misconnection, it's second down. Back to pass, it's Kamara. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Bama.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Kansas State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Moves away as he feels pressure. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And such a great job using his feet, being smart. You got the lead in this football game. Don't force the ball down the field. Gets the scramble, gets the first down. What a clutch play in the fourth quarter.
They'll throw it on first down. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. The Blazers look to do some damage in the red zone. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Blazers. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And with that TD, this team's looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air. It's Kamara. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. He wants to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Feeling some heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He's got his man.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up.
What a snag by the defense. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception. Oh.
Looking deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive. Pedal to the metal.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They'll run the screen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Wide open downfield. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
On the double. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the Magic City, the football capital of the South, Birmingham, Alabama, home to the UAB Blazers, and the fans here have been eagerly anticipating this clash. And the Blazers will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down. Up at the 19. So the Boston College Eagles offense will take the first swing of the game. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they built this offense and how many different ways they can give him touches.
Give to the running back. Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll go right back to the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Leaves it with the back. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pulls it in. It's Williams. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's got it on the run. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Now on 2nd down, the gift to the back. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Boston College! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage. And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Here's the handoff. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Blazers will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, UAB. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The offense lining up for a first down play. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looks as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's looking to throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Being aware of the entire situation, maybe you just let that ball go out of bounds, but he makes the catch and he'll lose yardage. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Touchdown, UAB! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
This offense is so good, and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Got the back over the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollock.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The play-action fake. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Blazers line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Well, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it and floating down toward the earth. And the returner goes down. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He leaves it with his back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team. Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Using the quick game. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Blazers are marching down the field. The run from the shotgun.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. Runs through the tackle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Blazers.
Well, they didn't overthink that one. 4th and goal down close like that. You just turn around, David, hand it off to the big fella and let him do the rest.
And a lot of times in these situations, 4th down and goal, you see quarterbacks sneak so much. They trust the big running back. They know he's going to drive his feet forward, finish the run, and get the touchdown.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top, and the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Working that left side now. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And how about the aggressive play call? 3rd and 1, and you still throw the football, taking a shot, saying, I'm going to go make a big play. The defense was disciplined, get the quarterback on the ground. Nice job by the defense.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on the heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Lost one deep down the right side. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds him out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what a pleasure it's been to watch these two teams thus far there in Birmingham. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Protective Stadium.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
They'll run play action, trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Get it out on the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field.
Man, as a defense, you're like, oh, they're going to draw us offside. They're going to draw us offside. They're not going to go for it. They go for it, and you get the big stop. You've set your offense up. You've turned the momentum. This defense should be feeling really good about themselves.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. Boston College wants to play fast. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it! They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Boston College. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then the defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Grabbed behind the line, it's Reese. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He whips that one in nicely. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UAB. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Reese. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Blazers have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. The Blazers look to keep this drive humming. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Direct snap. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to beat them.
He is smashing people. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Comes out throwing on first down. Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Back to the air one more time. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UAB. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
Yes, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Side is 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, they'll take to the air. Got a man. Oh, what a move! Knocked off his feet. Boston College right back to the line. Snap from the gun on third down. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
And there's no quit in this team. Obviously, they're trailing late in the game, but they're trying to make it happen. We've seen 2 big plays now, back-to-back.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. He's looking to throw. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got his man. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going over the top. Caught at the 25. Touchdown, Blazers. What a grab and go for the score. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on 1st down. That's caught. It's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the 1st down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, Billy. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Off play action. Tight end finds a soft spot.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
He'll come out throwing on first down. It's on target and complete. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Golden Eagles in the hurry up. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw.
And it's desperation time for this offense. Trailing by a bunch late here in the 4th quarter. It's 4th down. You just gave up a sack. You need to throw this one to stay alive. You're going to have to find a way, somehow, some way, to give your quarterback time.
He's taking a deep shot. And he intercepts it. Got room on the return. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
We're at the midway point of the season, and after the showing they delivered today, this team is firing on all cylinders through Week 7.
We've been talking a lot about this team, but you want to be remembered in the month of November. The most important part in the meat of this schedule now is coming up. You played well throughout the second half of the year. We're talking college football playoff potential.
Yeah, but you got to start somewhere, right? And I like that they started strong, made it to Week 7 now. Yes, the rivalries are coming up, and more important games are coming up, but you did what you needed to do to start the season. Now just keep that mindset and keep grinding.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.